In this list, we try to describe the 10 most dangerous animals for humans, not in any order, but based on the current knowledge. Stonefish. This fish, equal parts fascinating and appalling, makes the list because of its combination of being a master of camouflage and packing more deadly poison than any other fish in the sea. They're not aggressive and do not attack, using their poisonous stingers merely as defensive weapons. But because they blend in so well with rocky outcrops and coral reefs, humans find themselves inadvertently stung by them. Though such encounters are rare, they still rank as one of the most dangerous animals. Blueringed Octopus. Small, but deadly, these tiny, sand-colored octopi can be hard to spot, but pack a poisonous punch. They display their blue rings when they feel threatened, and if needed, can deliver a tiny, often painless, bite, which delivers one of the most potent poisons in any marine animal. Due to their diminutive size, they are often overlooked by humans, and their tiny bite if rarely felt, making it hard for rescue personnel to deduce what is causing a victim's discomfort. Part of these creatures getting a most dangerous animal mention is due to this unknown villainy. Sea wasp, actually the most poisonous creatures. Relative to its size, the sea wasp, also known as the marine stinger, is the most dangerous creature in the sea. A member of the box jellyfish family, this tiny, translucent jellyfish is the most poisonous animal on the planet. It is small, squarish, and with tentacles coming from each corner. These can be quite long and hard to see, and a sting will cause severe pain, and very likely death in 3 minutes or less. Cone snail, the slowest of the most poisonous creatures. Makes sense, if you think about it. After all, for a poison to be effective for a snail, it has to be really fast-acting, otherwise its prey would swim away, out of reach of the slow-moving slug. The cone snail injects its poison, really a mix of several hundred toxins, via a harpoon-like tooth, and a sting can kill a fully grown human being. This, in spite of the fact that the snail itself is but a few inches long, with the largest of the species growing up to 6 inches. What makes it even scarier is that no antivenom exists for this animal's poison. Great white shark, not the most dangerous animal. Truly the stuff of your Jaws-fueled nightmares, the great white shark is more than 1,000 pounds of muscle, armed with hundreds of razor-sharp teeth. They account for about 2/3 of human attacks every year, though most aren't fatal, and pretty much all are likely unintentional. This apex predator is an important actor in the ocean's food chain, and more in need of protection from us, than us from it. The tiger shark. Attacks have been reported, but as with all sharks, its reputation as one of the most dangerous animal is somewhat exaggerated. And plenty of divers have seen this magnificent hunter with no other consequences other than bragging rights and the thrill of the sighting. Still, displaying due diligence when around one is a good idea. Lionfish. The beautiful lionfish, a favorite among underwater photographers, is also quite a poisonous fish. Along its fan-like fins are stingers that pack a potent venom. Usually not fatal, it does carry quite a punch and can be very painful indeed. For those who are allergic, it can be much worse, though, and even potentially deadly. Lionfish are seen both day and night, but as they are attracted by dive lights once it gets dark, showing a bit of caution when you do night dives is prudent, as these can be considered one of the dangers of scuba diving. Sea snake. A beautiful white and black striped animal, the sea snake lives in the Indo-Pacific. It is not an aggressive animal, so attacks are rare, but if they do attack, they have a poison that is potentially fatal. Since sea serpents have always captured our imagination and inspired fear, this poisonous creature makes the most dangerous animal cut. Stingrays. Stingrays are always a crowd pleaser on dive boats, and they come in all shapes and sizes, from the smallish blue-spotted one to the massive fan-tailed stingray. They are quite passive animals, who will remain in the same spot for as long as possible, and choosing flight over fight if a diver comes too close. However, from time to time, for a scuba diver they could be a most dangerous animal. Divers could step on one while wading through shallow water while doing shore dives, or accidentally land on one if they sit on the bottom, which can prompt the animal to attack. Common for all stingrays is the barbed stinger located on their tails, which, apart from being painful in itself, also packs a venom. The size of the stinger and the potency of the venom varies, from the blue-spotted stingray's stinger of a few inches, to the foot-long stinger of the giant river stingray. Humans. A list of the most dangerous in the oceans wouldn't be complete without the ultimate killer, us. To put this into perspective, sharks kill about 10 people every year, while people kill about 100 million sharks every year. And the detrimental effects our industrialized fishing processes has had on pretty much every species of fish out there cannot be denied either. And while it may be tempting to negate this by saying that a most dangerous animal list should focus on creatures that are deadly to humans, do not underestimate the danger we pose to ourselves. If we continue on our present course in the way we treat the oceans, we are heading towards a situation where the oceans will no longer be able to sustain us. And without the oceans, we won't be able to sustain life on land, either.